All right. Good evening, everybody, or good morning, um, depending upon your perspective. Just going to go ahead and take the Dwayne Martz approach, and I'm just going to do a game. Just going to do a game. All right. So let's see. So we got all kinds of here that we can do. 1991. So yeah, what's the deal here? What doing a doing a season replay? Why not? Why not? So this I kind of wanted to mess around with Strat Max doing something like this because it's the only team you can manage. Is a team that you pick or whatever. So then everything other, um, the manager just whatever. The game plays the rest of them. So we're going to go ahead and do this. 1991. So for anybody that comes in after the game or whatever, enjoy. Because I saw Dave Gardner was on tonight, and Sports Time Machine was on tonight, and lots of folks. So, and I realize it's late. So, and what can I say? All right, Pirates versus Montreal Expos, and this is a 1991. It's game two. So, leading off, let's look for the Pittsburgh Pirates here. Leading off, at first base, Gary Ritas batting second at short. Jay Bell batting third. In center field, Andy Van Slyke batting cleanup. In right field, Bobby Bonilla batting fifth. In left field, Barry Bonds batting sixth. Third base, Jeff King batting seventh and catching Don Slott batting eighth. At second base, Jose Lind. And Bob Walk will get the start tonight for Jim Leyland's Pittsburgh Pirates. For the Montreal Expos, we got Delano DeShields at second base leading off. Martinez at center field batting second. Ivan Calderon, may his memory be eternal, batting third in left field. Tim Wallach, third base and batting cleanup. We've got Larry Walker in right field batting fifth. Andres Galarraga at first base batting sixth. Wilson Santovania batting seventh and catching. Spike Owen batting eighth at shortstop. Chris Nabholz will take the hill for the Expos against the Pirates here in 1991 using Strat Max. So let's play a little baseball. Tonight was the second of three podcasts by Legend Sports Universe. So superb as always. So hopefully you guys either caught it or will catch it. All right. So we are playing in Three Rivers Stadium, and Bob Walk ready to face Delano DeShields stepping in there right now. Delano DeShields already a home run in this project, and let's get underway. All right, Walk with the delivery and fly ball to right field, and Bobby Bonilla will tap the glove, and he will make the catch. And there's John DFW. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. All right, here's Dave Martinez now. Martinez at the plate. And Bob Walk deals. And here is the pitch. So this one is swung on, and this is going to be a base hit. Base hit for Dave Martinez. Hard line drive to center field. It'll get down, and Andy Van Slyke will play it on the bounce. So runner on first for the Montreal Expos. One away here, top of the first in Pittsburgh. Brings up Ivan Calderon again. May his memory be eternal. Bob Walk checks the runner from the belt, and this is one of the wild pitch. This one get away from Don Slott. So Don Slott chasing it all the way back to the backstop. All right, so the runner moves up. Runner in scoring position now for the Montreal Expos. And Bob Walk lets it go again. Let's hope in the strike zone. And this one, grounder second baseman, and Jose Lind has it, and he will fire on to Gary Ritas. It's 2 outs, but Dave Martinez will move to third on the play. So unwanted runner just 90 feet away. Montreal threatening. It brings up Tim Wallach now. And Bob Walk lets it go. Here's the pitch to Wallach. And this one is swung on. This one a line drive. And this will be a line drive base hit for Tim Wallach. RBI single that scores Dave Martinez. And Montreal picks up the first run of the game. All right, here's Larry Walker with a runner aboard. And here's the pitch to Walker. Base hit, possible base hit here for Larry Walker. And this one is going to be, no, it's going to be foul. And Jose Lean chasing it into foul territory on the first base side. And he will make the catch. But Montreal gets a run. We go to the bottom of the first. The Expos won and the Pirates coming to bat. All right, glad you're doing well, John. Man, midnight at the Oasis. Send your camel to bed. How about it? How you doing, Shaq's Parallel League? So I watched the remake of Ben-Hur. It was actually pretty good. I was really surprised. The special effects were incredible. They're absolutely incredible. And of course, Morgan Freeman chewing the scenery as he always does. When you said camels, I was thinking because camels, desert, stuff like that. Since part of the movie does take place in the desert. So, and I think they did right. I mean, it's don't compare the two, the classic one with Charlton Heston. I like this approach to it as well. Really good stuff. All right, enough of that. All right, Gary Reedus will be leading it off here for the Pittsburgh Pirates against Chris Nabholz. So it'll be Reedus, Bell, and Van Slyke for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Nabholz winds and deals to Gary Reedus. And here is the pitch. And this one, ground ball to second. Delano DeShields has it. And he will go to first for the 4-3 putout. One up, one down for the Buccos. Brings up the shortstop, Jay Bell. Nabholz lets it go. Swung. No, this one, Jay Bell started to swing, held up, and draws the walk. So Jay Bell aboard. And there's seem to be play. Yes, much more. Much more. I really, really do like I like Baseball Max. I'm finding I'm even playing it more kind of just solo. It just there's a lot about it that makes sense. It's very clean, it's easy to read. I like the fact that, again, not a knock on APA or anything like that, but I mean, the plays are here. I could just so again, if trying to remember APA, and it's been a few minutes. But like right here, I can just look at a player's card in Strat, which is what I look, and I can really get a good sense of that player in terms of, um, nice, the nice black ink there for the good stuff and all that. So yeah, there's still some things I'd like to see them do, but I have to say I like Strat Max, and actually after weighing things, for me, this is actually a better product. So for playing online like this or whatever, or so if I'm going to be playing Strat digitally and I'm playing APA digitally, Strat Max is the better adaptation of the cards and dice game, I think. And Baseball for Windows is the better PC game. APA Go is just not grabbing me like I thought it would. So yeah, I'm really liking Strat Max a lot. So yeah, thank you for that, John. And so Mick says, I do like seeing the card and dice option in Strat Max. It reminds me of your Strat cards and dice days for whatever reason. I found the Strat cards provide some realism to the game. I mean, there's really a lot to like about both games. But I find myself drawn to this. It's like when I just find, like if I don't feel like firing up like, Action PC or something like that, or just whatever. So the baseball games I have locally, this is the one I find myself drawn to again and again and again. So, hey there, cousin Ken, how you doing? Good to see you tonight. Small crowd as expected. We've had membership loss a little bit. Not in terms of numbers, but in terms of people coming in. But you know what? I'm just as happy having the hardcores in here, so it's all good. Hope you're doing well, cuz. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Just a little Saturday night. To me, it's still Saturday night. It's just some Saturday night baseball. So we had like 2 different weather days here in Pennsylvania. It snowed in the morning, And by the afternoon, all the snow was gone, and we're on a roller coaster ride here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania in terms of weather. But yeah, everything's pretty well. Hey, there's Christopher Slovic. So, Christopher, did you pick up APA PC Baseball for Windows yet? Did you pick it up? I know you were thinking about it. I think you'd really have a lot of fun with the game. He says the Tate at 8 League is going well. Glad to hear that, man. I got to make sure I'm getting notifications because I can't, 8 o'clock at night, I can't really catch a lot of stuff. But certainly I can Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. So I'm going to have to definitely look out for that. Okay, you didn't pick up Baseball for Windows yet. Let me know if you do, and I'll hook you up. All right. I'll get you hooked up, my brother. And since you're going to be in America till August, man, we got to get together a few times. Maybe I can make the trip over the Berg after baseball season starts, and maybe if you're down this way, so we can see some Buccos, maybe see some Harrisburg Senators, or if we really feel like it, we get down to Baltimore, see the Orioles, if you want, or the Nationals, or even the Phillies. I'm near 3 major league cities here, so let me know, man. Hey, there's Paul. Paul, how you doing, man? Great to see you. So yeah. All right, here we go. We got Andy Van Slyke batting with 1 down and 1 on. Chris Nabholz has the sign, and the ball. Here we go. We got another one, and this one is going to be a pass ball. So Bob Walk in the top of the first inning, a wild pitch that led to a run scored. Now a pass ball. So we'll see if Pittsburgh can take advantage of this as Van Slyke is back in the box, runner in scoring position. And here's the pitch to the Buccos center fielder. And this one is going to be a single, infield single, and Van Slyke tearing down the first base line, and he will make it. And Jay Bell moves to third on the play. So runners at first and third and 1 away, and brings up Bobby Bonilla. Bobby Bo batting in the cleanup spot. Barry Bonds on deck. So usual departure here. I'm not sure if Strat Max uses as played lineups because I used to be able to recite these lineups that Jim Leyland would set, and I usually Bonds wasn't batting behind Bonilla, so I'm not sure if Strat Max uses as played lineups or not. I didn't. I'm not going to bother setting lineups. So whatever it picks is what it picks. So anyhow, let's continue. I'm not that slavish to season replays. I'm really not. All right, here's the pitch to Bobby Bo. Let's see what he can do here. And this could be some good news for the Buccos. Let's see. And nope. So Bobby Bonilla is going to line out to shortstop. Spike Owen has it, and 2 down. So Bonilla fails to come through. Brings up Barry Bonds now. See what Barry Bonds can do. Again, we're only in game number 2, so we're not going to worry too much about stats or anything like that. I also have a 1929 lined up on this too, by the way. Here's the pitch to Barry Bonds, and this is going to be a 2-base hit for Barry Bonds. All right. So we're going to hold everybody. All right. Jay Bell will come in to score on the Barry Bonds double, and the Buccos tie it up here. So 2 away now for the third baseman, Jeff King. So Bonds coming through clutch where Bonilla couldn't. All right, here's the pitch to Jeff King. Always liked Jeff King, by the way. Good player. And a base hit. Base hit for Jeff King. All right, so let's see. We're just going to send the lead runner here. So rounding third and heading for home as the throw is cut off. The Buccos take an early 2-1 lead here as Andy Van Slyke and Barry Bonds will come in to score. So 3-1 Pittsburgh here in the bottom of the first inning. You're right. How about that? I rarely do Pirates games and rarely do season replays, but I thought tonight let's start some different things. So I'm gonna alternate this when I'm doing Strat Max. Again, every once in a while, just picking 2 teams playing against each other. But I'm going to alternate this along with a 1929 I'm never giving up on them, Cousin Ken. 1929 Philadelphia A's. And you and I got to finish up. We got to get that World Series done, man. And we will. All right, here's Don Slott. So Spanky not getting the start tonight, but rather Don Slott. And Nabholz deals with a runner on. Here's the pitch. And Don Slott is going to ground out. Andres Galarraga will feed on to Chris Nabholz for the 3-1 putout. The Pittsburgh Pirates pick up 3. We go to the top of the second. The Pirates lead the Expos 3-1. Really excited. We are what? Really close. It's about 3.5 weeks till pitchers and catchers report. So give or take. I mean, it's February 10th, I think, is the earliest. So looking forward to that, 10th of February. So about 6 days or something after the Super Bowl. All right. So here's Andres Galarraga. Not the original Big Cat, but a damn good one. And then Nelson Santavania and Spike Owen. All right. Bob Walk staked to a 2-run lead here. Here's the pitch to Galarraga. Dangerous bat is Galarraga, but this one, a little tapper down to first base. Gary Reedus has it, waves off Bob Walk, and he will take it to the bag himself for out number 1. All right. Here's Nelson Santavania now. Pitch by Bob Walk on its way, and Santavania is going to draw a walk on the 3-0 pitch. So 4 straight balls out of the strike zone. So Walkie making me nervous here, as he always did in real life. Here's Spike Owen now batting with 1 away. Bob Walk to the belt and brings it home, and Bob Walk walks Nelson Santavania. So here we go. Back-to-back walks by Bob Walk. I always felt his last name in some games. So really interesting how Strat is very much I like what it's, because like when Bob Walk was on, he was on, but then you would get games like this. Bob Walk always made me nervous. Always made me nervous. All right, corners in. Chris Nabholz at the plate. Bucco's looking bunt here, 1 down. Bob Walk would certainly like to induce a double play ball right here. And here is the pitch. And this is going to be a ground ball to second. Jose leaned to first to Reedus, and Santavania will move to third, so 2 outs. So they do not turn the double play. 2 in scoring position as we go back to the top of the order. Delano DeShields, nothing for 1 day. He does have a home run in early season, so had one against the Buccos in game 1. The Pirates won the season opener in this one. All right, and here's the pitch, and another walk given up. Oh my goodness gracious! So Chris, you know how weird it was, man. You just knew. So Bob Walk was always just a little bit tricky, just a little bit tricky there. So, and I am way behind on all these comments. Jeez. So. Wow. So anyhow, guys, thank you. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Everybody says hi, and everybody. Midst of the 2020 contest, 10th inning, and we're locked up. You know what that means? Ghost Runner. Oh my God. It still blows my mind, man. It still blows my mind. All right. All right, here we go. Bob Walk now to face Dave Martinez. Martinez 1 for 1 in the game. Nowhere to put him. So once again, Bob Walk giving me fits here. And that's going to be a base hit. So there we go. Spike Owens will come in to score. And so will Nelson Santavania. So in the top of the second, Montreal plates 2, all on Bob Walk. And it is 3-3. All right. See if he can get Ivan Calderon out. Oh, Walkie makes me nervous, man. All right, here's the pitch from Bob Walk, and Ivan Calderon swing batter and a miss. So the Montreal Expos pick up 2 runs thanks to some walks by Walkie. We go to the bottom of the second, and we are knotted at 3. Yeah. All right, here we go. All right. Clinton says he needs a cup of tea before he crashes. All right. We got Jose Lean. This guy could foul balls off all day. And Bob Walken back to the top of the order. And Gary Redus. All right. Here's the pitch to Jose Lean. And let's see what we got here. Swung on by Leaned. And this is going to be a fly ball out to left field. Ivan Calderon hasn't played perfectly. One up, one down now for Bob Walk. Here's the pitch from Chris Nabholz on the way. And go round to the third. Wallach to Galarraga. So for you hardcore Strat players, pardon me for not really just kind of saying, "Oh, that's a ground ball X" or whatever. I'm still treating this just like any other baseball game I play. So hopefully that's all right with you Strat guys. Yeah. All right. So two down, and here's Gary Aretas, nothing for one. Nabholz delivers. And this will be fly ball to center field. Dave Martinez has it. The Pirates go 1-2-3. We go to the top of the third inning. It's 3-3. All right. And we will have Tim Wallach, Larry Walker, and Andres Galarraga. Wallach 1-for-1 in the game. Bob Walk toes the rubber, winds, and deals. And this one going to be popped high in the infield towards second base. And Jose Lean calling everybody off and makes the grab. So one up, one down now for Larry Walker. Larry Walker is nothing for one. Bob Walk has the sign from Don Slott. Here is the wind and the pitch. And this one, grounder to Gary Redus. Gary Redus tossing onto Bob Walk, covering for the 3-1 put-up. So two up, two down for the Montreal Expos, and brings up Andres Galarraga. Nothing for one. And the pitch from Bob Walk, looking for a 1-2-3 inning. And this one popped third. Jeff King has it. And the Montreal Expos go quietly. And no walks that time. So we go to the bottom of the third inning, and we are knotted at 3. Parallel League says, I remember Rose would always get mad at Redus because he was really fast, but he would always fly out. Yeah. Gary Redus. He did have speed, but yeah, a lot of times you couldn't really take advantage of that speed, could you? All right, we got Jay Bell, Andy Van Slyke, and Bobby Bonilla due up for Pittsburgh Pirates here in the bottom of the third inning. Bell waits for the pitch, and it's on its way from Chris Nabholz. And this one, little topper out to short. Spike Owen up with it, no problem. Score that one, 6-3. One up, one down for Andy Van Slyke. Bucko center fielder, 1-for-1. Bucko faithful would like to see Van Slyke park one out of here. And let's see. This one swung on. Was it enough? It was not. So fly ball out to right field. Larry Walker going back and short of the track. He will make the catch for out number 2. Do I prefer this to Apago? Yes, I do. Can you play any team in history? Yes, you can. You definitely can. H Field, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Yes, Paul, I do. I absolutely prefer this. As far as PC games, though, I prefer the APA PC game. Like, not only prefer, it's one of my all-time favorites. There's nothing wrong with APA Go, per se. It's just that the information that this presents, I like the way this presents the information. Yeah, I have to say that right now I do. I'm not sure. I don't know which one is the more mature product, whether it's Apago or Strat Max. But yeah, I kind of, interestingly enough, I find myself drawn to this. I like how Apago looks. It looks like, good old time baseball. But right now, it feels to me though like with Apago, I have the superior product in baseball for Windows. So it didn't make it just it's like for me, I'm kind of thinking, do I really need 2 APA games? So APA Go may go. in a little bit. I'm really not sure yet, but I'm only having fun with it, playing head to head. But this one, I've never played head to head with this, and I'm really having a blast with it. I think Apago needs to. I think it needs to mature some more. I think it needs to bake in the oven, and I'll certainly go back and check it as they keep updating it. But I'm really the only thing with Baseball Max is there's some quirks you got to work around. But yeah, I do like it, Paul. This has every team, every season from 1871. And you can play any two teams. You can do tournaments. Again, you can do season replays. I've got 1991 and 1929. So I'm going to be doing a couple season replays in this thing. You can play any of the All-Star games. It also, every day has just a random game it will just pick. And you can play it, which is really, really kind of cool. And it has, I haven't tried it yet, but you can play this head-to-head. So yes, I prefer this to Apago. Actually, I hate to say it, it's not even close. Um, it's not even close. I'm very nice. It'd be nice to see how Apago and Baseball Max moves themselves forward. I agree. I agree, Professor. Um, I don't know. It's really, really. It's hard to say. I mean, and I'm not. It's not like that. I'm drawn into the graphics. I mean, but I will say this though. I think that Strat has much better programmers. They really do. I mean, this has got a nice kind of almost. If you were to show this to somebody who's only who's looking for something beyond a Twitch game like Super Mega Baseball or um, MLB The Show, I would probably feel more comfortable showing them this one. Because with Apago, I know just with playing with Ken, and we'll continue to do that because I think it's really, really fun playing the different series that Ken Castro and I are doing. I'm finding that he and Dwayne have had to remind me about certain things about Strat, right? So Strat almost assumes, okay, you already know how to play the game, but this one, um, I haven't played Strat, and I actually played more APA in college or my undergraduate years than Strat. Even this was like, so it was Status Pro, APA, and Strat in that order that my friends and I played when we were playing cards and dice baseball in college. Um, but I don't know. There's just something about this design, even though it doesn't look old time baseball or anything like that, that I like it. I really do. I like it a lot, actually. I've never tried to export. Hey, Aaron, welcome in. He said the Buccos should have beaten the Braves. Yes, they should have, and they should have beaten the Reds in 1992. We definitely, yeah. I've never tried, Paul. I've never ever tried. To be honest with you, which would be be great to try that, with your baseball HQ app. So, but I haven't tried it yet, to be honest with you, my friend. All right. Oh, by the way, I was watching. I didn't watch it yet, but Baseball Maelstrom just had there's another alpha test out for payoff pitch. So, really excited about that. Everybody's saying that this is probably going to be released in April, and I think that's going to be my next baseball purchase. I really think that's going to be my next baseball purchase. I'm really impressed with what they're doing with that game. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And here's the pitch to Bobby Bo, who's nothing for one. And Bonilla, this is going to be a ground ball. Spike Owen. Ground ball X for you guys if you want it. And on to Andres Galarraga, and that will retire the Pittsburgh Pirates. We go to the top of the fourth here at River Stadium. And it's 3-3, Expos and Bucks. All right, Nelson Santovania will be leading things off here, followed by Spike going on deck and in the hole, Mr. Chris Nabholz. All right, here we go. Bob Walk deals to Santovania. And the pitch, this one, ground ball, tapper back to Bob Walk, and a little step and a toss on to Gary Redus in time. All right, so one away, and here's Spike Owen. Walk has a sign, and here it comes. And this one, fly ball to right, Bobby Bonilla over to his right about 2 paces, taps the glove and brings it down. It's 2 up, 2 down now. And here's Chris Nabholz. He is nothing for one. So we don't want to say anything about walk just yet. Now we can. Looks like he's settled down a little bit. All right, little grounder out to Jeff King. And a toss across the diamond to Gary Regis to get Chris Nabholz. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning here in 1991. Pittsburgh Pirates and Montreal Expos tied at 3 apiece. The number 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Bucks. Barry Bonds, Jeff King, and Don Slott. So Paul C's going to give it a shot. Yeah, I've never tried it. It'd be really cool. They are still paying Bobby Bonilla. Yes, they are. That they are. That's got to be like, I don't know. That's got to be one of the most boneheaded things in baseball. But there you go. Bonilla, and it wasn't like that. Bonilla was just like in the shadow of Barry Bonds at that time in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh Pirate fans knew that Barry Bonds was a great player. We thought that Bonilla was good and sometimes even very good. But yeah, when the Mets offered him that contract, we're like, what? This is what the hell is going on here, man? So Bonilla. I mean, really more often than not, it was the other B boys. It was Jay Bell, and Sid Bream getting stuff done for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Not trying to downplay. Bonilla was obviously a better player in Pittsburgh. New York, we know, didn't work out too well for him. But nobody in Pittsburgh ever thought Bonilla was a great player. But you knew that Barry Bonds was going to be great. Some players, man, you just know that about them, right? You can look at somebody in the rookie year, and barring any serious injury or anything like that, you know that you're looking at future greatness. And we always knew that about Barry Bonds. We always knew that. But there was never that feeling about Bonilla. Can you use the engine for McGreevy? No, you can't. Because you can't. Well, you know what? I don't want to speak out of turn. Let's check after the game, but I don't think you can, which is unfortunate because that would be really, really fun. And I think in Apago you possibly can, but in this one I don't think you can. I don't think you can mix and match teams beyond a tournament. I don't know that you can, since the Michael McGreevy League is meant to be a season play thing. But I got to look at. Hey, there's our friend Eden from Turkey. How you doing? How you doing, man? Welcome back. Aaron says, can you imagine the conversations Jim Leyland and Bob Prince could have had? Oh man, I'll tell you what. The Gunner and Jim Leyland, that would be something. You're right. All right, here is Bonds batting. Chris Nabholz ready to go. 3-3 your score here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And Bonds swings hard ground ball to Delino DeShields. Second baseman up with it on to Andres Galarraga. Score that one 4-3 and one away. Again, some of the things I really like about this game. I think the box score, I like that it's sharp looking. It's really sharp. It gives me out of the park baseball vibes. I do like the I really like just like the scoring plays and all plays, how you could do that. Sometimes you want to go into matchup. I found this is really, really nice as a quick way here to look at somebody's card rather than looking at it on the field. This is a cool feature here too. I like this too. So, I mean, the ratings look great. And in this game, you get you can look no matter. So we're playing in 1991, but if I want to, I could move forward and look at Slot's card and ratings and everything in 1997, whatever. I really, really, really like that. Stats. Now, stats, I have to say, a little bit thin on stats. This is kind of, so this is a little bit, I think I want to see more from Strat as they really got to kind of expand. I want to see more stats for these players. But that being said, this is a pretty cool feature here. So you can look at these card percentages, and I think these are really good for people who are new to Strat, or like me if you've been away from it for a long time. But I mentioned this up here, so this sort of player rating, right? So it's going to explain what each of these really mean, and so I like that. So again, you got so many ways to look at things here. Now, and then we'll go on with the game. But my biggest complaint with this game is I shouldn't have to click out of the game screen here to, like, say if there's a runner on, and if it's a franchise I'm not as familiar with. Let's say I'm playing I don't know, a game 1966 White Sox. Let's pick that, right? Well, I might not be sure if a runner's on, if he can steal, or whether I got to worry about that. And so AppAgo will at least tell you slow runner, average runner, fast runner. This, you can't do that. You either got to remember it, or you got to bring up the guy's card. But you still got to remember, right? So you're going to have to hit field to remember who's on there, and you can pick up his card from there. But I found that sometimes there's a glitch and it will just load. But with matchup, it seems to bring up the cards the whole time. Clee baseball fan. So Eden says that Strat Max baseball is really good. He plays it. Yeah, it's. I really like it a lot. Hey Nathaniel, how you doing? Maybe a preseason tournament. Yeah, we'll look at it, Ken, after this, and let's see what kind of mixy matchy things. I don't know that you can do that at the player level in this game. That would be amazing if you could, because I've thought about, like, so we're doing Michael McGreevy in Out of the Park Baseball, but I wanted to also kind of do it in another engine, and I was thinking, okay, what would be easy to do it in outside of Action PC Baseball, since we used Action PC Baseball first go round. So Pocket Pennant Run certainly is pretty much at the top of the list, but so is Diamond Mine Baseball. So, and maybe Pure Sim, but Pure Sim can be a little bit crashy. So I was gonna actually put everything into baseball for Windows too. So but if there was a way to do it and working at the player level here on Baseball Max, then I would probably do McGreevy and Baseball Max, since that's the other thing. AppAgo does not. The AppAgo goes back to 1904. So curiously enough. So yet in physical cards and dice, AppAgo has all the seasons. Strat doesn't, but in the digital realm, Strat has them all and Appa doesn't. I don't know what the hell's going on there. All right, here's Jeff King batting with one down. Chris Nabholz has the sign. And here is the wind and the pitch by Chris Nabholz. In this fly ball out to right, Larry Walker has it. And that will be out number 2. Here's Don Slott. Don Slott is nothing for one. New version. Like, do you mean next Sunday or today, Sunday? Tonight. All right. So, guys, I'll be on tonight with, even if it's just QOL type patch, we'll be on tonight with Pocket Pennant Run Baseball, because I love that baseball game. Aaron, that might be one you want to check out too. Is so everybody, welcome in Aaron. By the way, EREN. He is from Turkey. He is the newest member of our family, so everybody give him a good welcome here. He's a Strat Max player. Cool. Also, a new version of Baseball HQ yesterday. We can look at both of them then tomorrow night. Hopefully, Craig will be dropping that at 8. Well, I don't give a shit. I'm up anyhow. So, and a lot of you are off Sunday. A lot of you in America are off Monday because it's President's Day, and I'm just off because I'm off. So, hopefully, you'll join me tomorrow night for some Pocket Pennant Run baseball. I know some of the community are like, I'm telling you, man, you don't sleep on that game and don't dismiss it. It is something special. And is MLK Day? Okay, FedEx doesn't have off MLK Day. I know that's like not even all 50 states honor it, but so that's okay. So I thought it was President's Day because that's no. I'm sorry, shit. That's in February. So my bad. Okay, so may the memory of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. be eternal, and boy, do we need him now. And that's not a political statement, guys. That is just we need him now. Shit's off the rails, man, all over the place. Ain't a left and right thing. Just shits off the rails. All right, anyhow, swung on base hit by Don Slott. And this one is going to just get over short and into left field. So the Pittsburgh Pirates picking up their fourth hit of the game, 2 down. Yeah, it is the truth, brother. It is the truth, Professor. And I'm not laying blame on either side. It's just a mess and it's going sideways, man, everywhere. So NNC started watching baseball during that which kept us locked down about 5 years ago. Well, you know what? If it took something like that, not that that was a good thing because it certainly wasn't, but if it brought you into baseball, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, I know you're not, Clinton. I know you're not. All right. Let's see. Can Jose Lean come through clutch here? He's got to come through clutch for Christopher Slovic. So we got 2 Bucko fans in this chat tonight. Chris Slovic and I. Here we go. And here's the pitch from Chris Knobholz. And Jose's not going to come through for us this time. Grounder to third, and Wallach will go on to Andres Galarraga for the 5-3 putout. So the Buccos do nothing in the fourth. We go to the top of the fifth, and we are still deadlocked at 3. So here we go. So Bob Walk could be running out of steam here. We got to watch him closely. All right, we will see Delino DeShields, Dave Martinez, and Ivan Calderon. All right, Delino is 1 for 1. It actually should be Delino if we want to say it really properly. Fly ball, center field, and Andy Van Slyke backpedals and makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down now. Dave Martinez is a perfect 2 for 2 today. All right, Walkie has the sign. All kinds of black on this car, but luckily this is just going to be a ground ball to second baseman Jose Lean. So 4-3, 2 up, 2 down brings up Ivan Calderon. Nothing for 2. Bob Walk winds and fires. And this is going to could be potential problem. Long fly ball. This one has got a deep drive to left field, and there's a flight attendant aboard this one. Calderon goes yard, and in the top of the fifth, the Montreal Expos break the tie. It's 4-3 Montreal over Pittsburgh. Yikes. So catching up here again with your family. Paul says a few bugs related to exports to HQ. Craig had changed quite a few things for me, so I've been sorting those out. He says he uses Pocket Pen Run 95% of the time for Board Game Assistant, though. Creating So again, my offer to proofread it still stands. Let me know, Paul. Chris says he's still here. No box score export from this. Annoying, but not deal breaker, I'm thinking. Well, yeah, I mean, because you can still do the work. I mean, you can still do the inputs and stuff like that, but yeah, I think you said, Paul, that AppleGo does allow you to export. That's a shame that it doesn't. It's a shame that it doesn't. So there's nothing here under the more thingy. Nope, there isn't. There is not. Okay. There, Cars and Dice guys. Ken's looking and say, what's that quick play? What's that mean? All right, here we go. Here's Tim Wallach. He is 1 for 2. Wallach in the box. Let's see how Walk recovers on this one. And this is going to be a line shot here by Tim Wallach. But right to Jay Bell, making the leap and the grab. But Ivan Calderon takes Bob Walk downtown. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The 91 Expos 4 and the 91 Pirates 3 in a little season replay. All right. Thank you, Manuel Beater me first. Thank you, man. All right. Good. So, it doesn't an AppleGo either. Okay. Yeah. I'm I mean, it'd be something nice that I just wish they would do, because I mean, I think that there's going to be some people that are going to say, well, there's not enough tracking going on, or I want to be able to do more things. Give me these stats. And so who knows? More people use this baseball HQ. Hey, you know what? And if they want to advertise, that could be a few bucks for you, man. All right. So Bob Walk to lead things off here. I think I'm going to go to my bench. Going to go to my bench. I don't want to waste I don't like to waste catchers at this point. Um, I realize that that Walk's only given up, right. I mean, it's 4 runs, and the thing is I'm just, because Bob Walk is pitching the way Bob Walk pitched in real life, man. So we're going to bring in Lloyd McClendon to pinch hit. Yeah, that's pretty respectable there. Let's bring in McClendon. So Bob Walk is going to get the hook, and here we go. All right. The other thing I do like, and again, I know this is, and as Tim told us, these are like legit cards, so legit Strat cards. So they have improved this, because I did show this on the channel or here in our family last year, and Robert was saying this wasn't a complete Strat at that time, and Tim says that it is now. And so, since that being the case, then since this is that, I still would love to see, without having to go elsewhere. I want to see what the player did in that season. I just really like that. And again, I have to go boom, boom. I have to go to matchup, and then I've got to pick McClendon, and then I can look at his stats for, um, you know, all that stuff. So, but like, there's some, like, you could put a slash line like right there, even just to when you bring up his card, just put his slash line right there. There's plenty of real estate. But again, kind of just nitpicking now. All right, here we go. The pitch to the pinch hitter, Lloyd McClendon. Let's see. And McClendon's going to send this base hit, hard ground ball into right field. There we go. All right. So the tying run aboard for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And here's Gary Aridas. Gary Aridas, nothing for two. Checking McClendon. Pitch down in the dirt. And there we go. Wild pitch there by Chris Naples. There's been a wild pitch by him, a pass ball, one wild pitch by Bob Walk. But McClendon, now the tying run, is in scoring position for the Pirates. All right, back in the box is Gary Aridas. You need to come through clutch now for us, Gary. Yeah, yep. And that's not going to happen. And this one pops straight up the chute. Santavania will toss aside the mask over toward the backstop and makes the catch in front of the netting. So 1 away. Runner on second. Here's Jay Bell now. Bucko shortstop, nothing for 1. And this one called strike 3. Jay Bell looks at one, painting the outside corner. All right, it's up to Andy Van Slyke now, 1 for 2. Van Slyke looking for the RBI here. And this one, swing and a big miss by Andy Van Slyke. So the Buccos strand a runner in scoring position. We go to the top of the 6th. It's 4-3 Montreal. And, oh, my goodness gracious. Let's see. So this is another nice little feature here, too, to kind of see everybody's stats. All right. Wow. So another thing about the Pittsburgh Pirates, man. You're not. I almost want to bring in Tomlin on a close game, but Tomlin's a starter, so I don't want to really. mess with that too much. Let's bring in Palacios. We're going to bring in Vicente Palacios. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to bring in. Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. So let's bring in Palacios. McClendon's day is done, and let's go. All right. Yep, they did. Hey, Mark, welcome in. He said just played some Strat PC baseball. Mets at Phillies in July 1975. Great game. Phillies won it 4-2. There you go, cousin Ken. He said love rolling your own dice with PC games that give you that option. And I think that's one of the things that people are really excited about with Action PC. Of course, Pocket Pennant Run's been doing it, and so is Digital Diamond. But yeah, I can see, and you can roll your own dice in this game as well too. By the way, I think no, it's not this one. It's Apago lets you do that, not this one. So missed a bit of 1991. Was busy trying to get 500,000 people home, says Clinton. Will there be an update to Pocket Pennant Run coming tomorrow night, Aaron? So please be on. Yeah, he's already fatigued. They use pitch count. Yeah. Um, yeah, John. I mean, he had to go anyhow. Again, Bob Walk was the guy on that Bucko rotation that always when Walk was on, man, he was tough, but it was just scary. This was a Bob Walk outing, a Bob Walk not so good outing. Larry Walker, nothing for two, leading things off here for Montreal. I almost said Colorado. All right, now here we go. There we go. Sometimes it has to do whatever it has to do. Base hit for Larry Walker. And Larry Walker lines this one into right field. So runner on first now. And here's Andres Galarraga. He is nothing for two. See if Palacios can induce a double play here, although I don't foresee Galarraga hitting into a double play. But yes, he does. Galarraga grounds to Bell. Bell will go to Linden on to Regis at first. 6-4-3 double play. Big break there. So good job by Vicente Palacios to induce the double play ball and brings up Nelson Santovenia. He's nothing for one. So chance for the Bucks to get something going here when we go to the home half of the sixth. And this one grounded back to Palacios on to Gary Regis for the third out of the inning. So big time double play helping the Bucks here. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. And the 4, 5, 6 hitters are due up for the Pirates. It's going to be Bonilla, Bonds, and King in the bottom of the sixth. All right. So Bonilla, nothing for two. Had a chance to come through in a clutch situation earlier in the game and failed to do so. And he's going to ground this one. Pretty little soft grounder there to Tim Wallach for the 5-3 putout. One out, one down now. Barry Bonds is 1 for 2 for the Bucko left fielder. And here's the pitch to Bonds. And Bonds is going to ground this one out to second to Hopper to Delano DeShields. And lateral over there to Andres Galarraga. So 2 up, 2 down for the Buccos. Jeff King, 1 for 2 here. And here's the pitch. Base hit. A little bouncer into left field for Jeff King. So Action P doesn't let you roll your own dice with the engine. Yes, it does. Yeah, absolutely does. Yes, yes, yes. You can roll your own dice because all you're doing in Action PC baseball, Mark, is you're just putting in the play result. It's the same with Pocket Pennant Run baseball. So yeah, Action PC does let you roll your own dice. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what board game you're playing, and it will track the stats for you, and it will keep a score card for you. Although its score sheet's nowhere near as nice as Pocket Pennant Run. Yep. So that was a big addition this year for Action PC baseball. And it's gotten the David Baseball Demo seal of approval. All right, so here we go. Yeah, these 90s Pirates were a lot of fun too. And yeah, the Reds. It always seems that when the Pirates do well in their history, so did the Reds, at least in the 70s and 90s. So, I'm sorry, what'd you say about your bad what? About what? Oh, okay. Um, Looking forward to ask Craig about that when he helped me with the base running issue. Da 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 da. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, I think that not sure you're following. You can roll your own dice for other games, but you're not able to roll the dice. So actually, no, Mark, I'm not. I get what you're saying. So with Action PC Baseball, you can do, and if we're talking about manual entry, you have two choices. You can do straight up manual entry, just as you would with Pocket Pennant Run Baseball, but there's also a choice that you can have in Action PC Baseball where you do a combination of the both, right? So you can like say roll, right, manual input, but you will also, the Action PC Baseball engine will also maybe give you choices whether you want to advance the runner and stuff like that. So but no, there's no way to roll dice in terms of using its own engine. So you're absolutely right, because it's a digital game. So now I get what you're saying. So I sort of wasn't following. But no, because it was never a cards and dice game to begin with. Would be kind of cool, but I don't see that happening. I think Action PC Baseball, because I mean, Dave would have to create, like, I mean, I don't know how you, again, I hate the terms closed and open engine, but we use them. Maybe maybe he has something down the line to generate cards, but I don't see either that game. I certainly don't see Out of the Park Baseball going that way. Entering dice. I don't think that game would fit at all as a board game assistant. Watch, will probably end up eating crow, and that's what they're going to do. But I don't think so. But no, I get what you mean now, Mark. Thank you. So yeah, I guess I thought you meant could you just input? Yeah, you can. So my bad. I'm a little tired. All right. So now I'm caught up with you, Mark. I'm caught up with you, buddy. Yeah. Even a closed engine has, yeah, it does have a random generator. They just don't give it away. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You're absolutely right, man. So Christopher says that Action P uses a very complex random generator, more complex than dice. Yeah, I mean, and that is and I think another big difference with between cards and dice and digital games is, let's face it, unless you had like 20 dice or something like that, you're always going to be able. I mean, so Dave Cook has said that if it happened in baseball, it's programmed in Action PC. So it could be something exceedingly rare, but if it happened, it's there. And it's the only baseball game that I know of that you could play. If you're playing in 1887, it will play by 1887 rules, which is really cool. And I don't know of any other baseball game that does that. You have to play it in pitch by pitch mode to do it, but it will actually adjust to the rules, and I think that's super super cool. Yeah, you would roll three 100 sided dice 50 times each play. That's, yeah, that would be just nuts. Out of the Park with board game assistant having out of the park graphics. That's a picture that went through my mind. Oh man, an eye popper. It I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it would be beyond the realm of possibility for them to like not do that, but I don't. And again, even though I'm on the beta testing team for what that's worth, I mean, I'm not trying to be cute and hide anything from you guys. I just don't get the sense that's where they're going. That and really, Out of the Park doesn't have to. Out of the Park Baseball is the best selling digital baseball sim, so they don't really have any catching up to do. um, but I think it's a lot more about the flow of that game too, and the way it works. I think if they keep working better, more on the animations and stuff, they really are trying to get us something. It's never going to be their graphics wise, but something that gives you that sort of MLB the Show kind of immersion experience, but also with a deep, tons and tons of numbers, text based baseball sim. Um, and so who knows? Who knows? But it isn't. No, it's not going to. But it's a great thought. I really want. And I don't know how they'll do it. That's the game I am banking on to actually add an Ernie Harwell announcer. So it's such a hard comparison because you have to roll every game of cards and dice for 100 seasons to show it's as accurate as a PC game. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Diamond Mine Action PC examples are so accurate it's scary. And so that always begs the question too, because Strat would always make these claims. Now, again, the game does play well, so I'm not knocking it. But I mean, unless they were playing on those old, what were those things called? The Innovac or what? Those big ass computers that were like as big as like a room or something. But that apparently that they've run these, Strat's run this formula it's had since 1961. Well, um, it would really surprise me unless Hal Richmond in 1961 had some sort of connections with somebody in the military or somebody where they had computers. There were no home computers in 1961. So I've often wondered how Strat made that claim. But you're right. I mean, somehow it works out for both games. So Univac, and I said Innovac, I'm sorry. So Univac 1500 operated one of those, did you, Clinton? Wow. Those are big ass computers, huh? Proof is in the playing. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Mark. Okay, we got a buck. Buck called on Chris Knobholz. So Jeff King moves to second, two down. Can Don Slott come through clutch here now? So the Pirates, are they going to look a gift horse in the mouth? Let's see as the pitch comes in to Don Slott and swung on and not going to come through this time. Popped to short. Spike Owen has it. That retires the Pirates. We go to the top of the seventh, and Montreal holding on to a 4-3 lead. Vicente Palacios will stay in there for another inning. Let's see. Let's look at our matchup here. Let's see when Palacios is up. Where's the lineups, man? I'm looking at the wrong place. Never mind. We'll know when he comes up. There's no warm up rule here, so. All right, here we go. Spike Owen leads things off here in the top of the seventh inning. And here we go. Yikes. These walks. What did Casey Stengel say? Oh, those bases on balls. All right. Spike Owen's aboard. Let's see if Knobholz is going to hit for himself. And he gets the bunt down. And this one bunted foul. So count is 1-2 strikes. All right, let's see what they have Knobholz done. And here's the bunt again. This one fielded cleanly. And the throw. This one's thrown away. 2-base error. Oh, my God. 2-base error. And that is going to. So Chris Knobholz safe on a 2-base error. Spike Owen is going to move to third. Knobholz to second. So 2 in scoring position, nobody out. The Pirates right now might have just thrown the ball game away figuratively and literally. So there we go. Mark says, we all love cards and dice. Well, let's go back to Clayton says, falling asleep. Get to look forward to more snow shoveling tomorrow, money. Take care. Just be easy, man. Okay. Honey Bunny has a time where I'm restricted when I do sleep. Yeah, like don't be silly. I know kids aren't going around, hey, mister, can I shovel your walk? They don't do that shit anymore. But just take your time. Pace yourself, brother. All right. Mark says, we all love cards and dice. Okay. I don't prefer it, but I like it. But my heart's like more in digital baseball because that's where I started. But I get your point. He says, yeah, it's tactile, the clicks of the dice, writing up your own score sheet. For Mark, it's better. He says, but I don't know anyone who's ever simmed enough games with cards and dice. There's a couple guys that has. One of them in this chat is Ken Castro, believe it or not. Hey, good night, Aaron. Thank you very much. Oh, you're saying good night to Clinton. Everybody's saying good night to Clinton. So to prove the accuracy of the cards and dice game, but with PC Action, PC, your Diamond Miners examples, you can see it for yourself just by running sims. Yep. For me, I actually, and it's partly because I do sleight of hand magic, so I'm always messing with that stuff. So for me, this is a nice break. But I do anticipate that when I do get more real estate, I will be rolling up games because I love it. It's not my preference, but I love it too. It's just not my preference. but also because of the types of projects that I normally do, Mark, is why. So, yeah. So, you think that Status Pro Advanced will come for next edition? Yeah, it's supposed to, along with full implementation of Sports Illustrated Baseball. So, which is nice, as there's only two games out, one that's released and one isn't, in which you can play Sports Illustrated Baseball, which is a really, really, really good. You just woke up. Yeah, there you go. Israel says he's actually currently working on his own Cars and Dice game. It's a revamp of the game he made years ago, a mix between Catago All Star and Strat. Made it for playing out All Star games with people based on a 5-year peak. Oh, that sounds really cool. Is it something you think you want to try to publish, sell, whatever? All right, here's the Shields now with 2 on, and Suicide Squeeze is on. Look out. And it's booted, and everybody's safe. Another error, and a run scores. Spike Owen comes in. It's now 5-3. How about that? So the Montreal Expos doing the squeeze play, and it worked. And the Buccos with 2 errors in this game. Ugh, this was ugly. We're going to play it out, though. Here's Dave Martinez, runners at the corners, nobody out. And there's a pickoff attempt at first, and runner back safely. Well, that is really nice. So HL says if he finished it, he'd post it online as a PDF for free. What a great community this is, man. It also depends on when you found these games. I started playing this stuff when I was 8, and I was not. Yeah, so no, I mean no. Shit. I started playing digital baseball, like Earl Weaver baseball, so on the Amiga. So we're like, like 1990. So you got a little bit more time on me there. I mean, I knew about these cards and dice games like a little bit. I'd seen like the advertisements and stuff, but that was it. My first thing was, it was Earl Weaver baseball, micro league baseball, um, you know, uh, LaRussa, old time baseball, those games. Then baseball for Windows, that was the thing that did it. That was like, oh my God. Not only do I got a Hall of Fame announcer calling the games, but um, this immense and very deep baseball game, and I think that was it. And then when I got to university, it was very much, some friends of mine. Have you ever played Cards and Dice? I'm like, no, let's do it. And actually started. It wasn't Cards and Dice. It was actually Fast Action Cards, and it was Status Pro. Fell in love with it. So, and then played APA, loved it. Played Strat, loved it. We played first with Basic, then turned the cards over, played Strat Advanced. I'm like, okay, this isn't bad. Let's try Strat Super Advanced. And the thing is, we didn't play enough Strat Advanced. And we got to Super Advanced, and we were like, just brain twisted. And we're like, okay, so we chucked it in, man. So Status Pro is that was your first roulette. So we got that in common. Not only showbiz, my friend. Oh, by the way, I caught that podcast the other night. Good stuff. Good stuff. Um, so yeah, it was my first real love too. I still love the way Status Pro Baseball plays, which is why I'm excited for the next version of Digital Diamond Baseball. Because I really want to do I really want to play Status Pro again. I love it. I love the fast action card system. And I think you can get more play results that way too. I always love playing that game. So played Appa first, but Status Pro. Yeah, me too, man. Status Pro is yeah, and Aaron agreeing, he says Status Pro is really, really good. It is. It's my favorite. Now again, I have to be, full transparency, guys. I haven't played inside pitch or payoff pitch or pine tar, um, or replay baseball. I haven't played a lot of cards and dice games. Actually, the only 3 I've really ever, well, 4, because you got to count Pocket Pennant Run. So Pocket Pennant Run, Status Pro, APA, and Strat. Um, and I mean, Status Pro is just, that game is just incredible, just incredible. You cheated on Status Pro with Pursuit of Pennant and fell in love again. Oh, man. Look out, huh? Come hither, come hither. But it worked out that time, didn't it, Mark? All right, here's Martinez. The Bucks here are in a little bit of a pickle, and this is going to be trouble. This is going to be big trouble. Swung on, open the window, Aunt Minnie. Long drive. This one out to center field. Knobholtz will score. Delano DeShields will score. And this bomb by Dave Martinez. 4 now here in the top of the 7th. It's 8-3, and the corpulent lady warming up the old pipes. All right, here's Ivan Calderon has a home run in this game. First homer of the season. And here's a pitch, base hit by Calderon, and I think we've got to give Palacios the hook. Yep, I think we got to get Palacios the hook. They're seeing him all too well. I'm not going to visit the mound. I know it's going to say he's operating on all cylinders, but we're just not doing it, man. We're just not doing it. Let's look at our matchup type thing here. God. All right. Oh, shit. I don't know. Baseball not being very, very good to me right now. So I know it's going to say he's firing on all cylinders. Yeah. He's operating on all cylinders, but it's not the cylinders that we want. It's not the cylinders that we want. So just looking at this box score here, man, this is pretty bad here. This is pretty bad. All right. Yeah, we have to go to a substitution here. So Palacios will be replaced by so we're gonna bring in Neil Heaton and just try to shake things up a little bit. So Palacios, I realize that the Palacios is up second in the bottom of the 7th, but he's getting his ass handed to him here. All right, so Neil Heaton comes on to pitch for the Bucks, and we're ready to go. Tim Wallach is 1 for 3, and here's a pitch from Heaton, and this one's going to be a ground ball double play. So it'll be Bell to Lean to Rita 6-4-3, so 2 down. So good job there by Neil Heaton to come on and get the double play and clean up a little bit of the mess. Larry Walker 1 for 3. All right, Neil Heaton bringing it on. And here's the pitch. Base hit by Larry Walker. So the Montreal Expos have definitely shown up today with the wickets, haven't they? All right, here's the big cat. He is nothing for 3. Neil Heaton has the sign. Here's the wind and the delivery. Or not the wind, but this one, little grounder to third baseman Jeff King. He has it over Aritas. 7th inning stretch time here in Pittsburgh. Montreal 8 and the Pittsburgh Pirates 3. Long season to go here, though. Be well, Mark. Sleep well, man. Good to see you, and hope to see you again. Tomorrow night, guys. We'll be doing Pocket Pennant Run baseball after the new update drops. Really excited for it. All right. So we're going to have Lean. We're going to have a pinch hitter for Heaton, and then we're back to the top of the order. All right. Jose Lean is nothing for 2. And here's the pitch to Jose Lean, and Jose Lean chasing one here. Strike 3. Knobholtz hitting the fatigue level with a 5-run lead. It looks like Montreal might be sticking with him here. All right, Neil Heaton, you are done, brother. Let's see. We're going to bring in, Knobholtz. Let's bring in Gary Varsho, I think. Do I want to bring in Gary? Well, yeah, because, why not? Let's use him. Let's use our switchy here. There we go. All right. All right. Here's Curtis Wilkerson. And here's the pitch to Wilkerson with one down. Knobhold steals and fly ball to center field. Routine play out there for Dave Martinez. So two away here for the Buccos. Back at the top of the order, Gary Reedus, nothing for three. Not getting it done for the Buccos today, are you, Gary? All right. And this one, grounder to Delino to Shields at second. That does it for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And we need a new pitcher. Let me see. We're just going to give Bob Kipper some innings here, I think. So Kipper on. And Kipper will phase Nelson Santovania, Spike Owen, and Chris Nabholz. So Santovania, nothing for two. Bob Kipper winds and fires. And this one could be trouble. Swung on and fly ball out to left field. Bonds back and just short of the track. Santovania gave it a ride, but not enough as Bonds pulls it down. So one up and one away. Spike Owen, he is nothing for one now. Kipper winds and fires to Spike Owen. And Spike Owen swings right through a little fastball there by Bob Kipper. Brings up Chris Nobholz. I'm going to let Nobholz hit for himself, it looks like. Yep. Over two in the game. It doesn't matter. He's got a 5-run lead. And this one, ground ball to short, and that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the eighth inning. Mel Rojas will come on and pitch now for the Montreal Expos. And Jay Bell will lead things off here in the eighth, followed by Andy Van Slyke and Bobby Bonilla. Bucco shortstop Bell, nothing for two. And here's the pitch, swing and a miss by Jay Bell. And he will put a K on his back and walk back to the dugout. And he sees Jim Leyland sort of pacing around the dugout, hiding something in his hand. He doesn't know what it is, but we all know what it is. Here's Andy Van Slyke, 1 for 3 now. The pitch by Mel Rojas. And this one, fly ball by Van Slyke. It ain't going to make a difference, though. So, fly ball to right center. Larry Walker will call and make the catch. 2 up, 2 down for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Bobby Bonilla. Big fat nothing for 3 for Bobby Bo. And this time, Bobby Bo drives this one. Long fly ball to right center field. It's going to rattle around. Bobby Bo cutting around second and slides head first into third with a 2-out. Triple. All right, here's Barry Bonds. But even a swing of the bat's not going to make a big difference here. Bonds 1 for 3 in the contest. And here's the pitch. And hey, we'll take it though. Long fly ball, right center field. Open the window, Aunt Minnie. 2-run shot by Barry Bonds. And the Pittsburgh Pirates get 2 back here in the bottom of the eighth. It is 8-5. It's Bobby Bonilla day. So my team, I'm a Pittsburgh Pirates fan. That's my favorite team. Pittsburgh Pirates. And we made some good moves in the offseason. Not like the craziness the Dodgers did, but yeah, I'm a Pirates fan. Never give up on your team, man. Ever. All right, here's Jeff King now. Let's see if he can keep this little mounting hit parade going for the Bucks. Jeff King is 2 for 3 today. And fly ball to left fielder Ivan Calderon, and that does it. We go to the top of the ninth. Montreal Expos lead the Pittsburgh Pirates 8-5 in this 1991 Game 2 of 1991. And we're going to let Bob Kipper, let's see what Kipper can do against Delino DeShields. Oops, I didn't want to hit Delino DeShields' card. Anyhow, DeShields, Dave Martinez, and Ivan Calderon. All right, here we go. Kipper ready to deal. And here's the pitch. And this one rounded to Jose Lind. takes a room service bounce on to first baseman Gary Redus. And a little 4-3 action there. One up, one down. Brings up Dave Martinez. He is 3 for 4. Martinez with a home run. And here's the pitch. And fly ball out to right field. Bonilla back and makes the grab. 2 up, 2 down here for Montreal. And you're a Mets fan, but you regret it. Hey, Dwayne, how you doing? And how you feeling? You're a Mets fan, but you regret it. Yeah, you guys just made a big pickup, man. You guys just pulled one out. The Philadelphia Phillies were about ready to sign Bo Bichette, and you guys just picked up Bo Bichette. I remember seeing him in Double A, playing for the Harrisburg Senators, or playing at Harrisburg. He wasn't with Harrisburg. He was with Richmond, I believe, the Flying Squirrels or something like that. Anyhow, saw Bo Bichette play. So there he is now going to the show, getting paid a crap ton of money to do so by the New York Metropolitans. All right, 2 away, and Yvonne Calderon, 2 for 4. So we have Barbara. Barbara is a Mets fan in this community, Aaron, as is RGO Network. They're big Mets fans, both of those people. All right, let me see. So error. So this one smacked hard on the ground by Jeff King. Jeff King goes to make the throw and drops the ball, but able to get it and to prevent Calderon from moving on to second. So another error for the Pittsburgh Pirates. It makes 3 in the game. Brings up Tim Wallach. He is 1 for 4. All right, and the pitch by Bob Kipper. This is going to be trouble. It's going to be trouble. Which kind of trouble? It's going to be the base hit type trouble. So let me see. We're going to see, is the runner going to go to third? Runner is being waved on to third. And with 2 down, we're just going to try to stop the other runner from advancing at this point. 8-5 doesn't make a difference. Throw cutoff, runner stays at first, and Calderon will take third on the play. We're down 3 runs. I'm not going to worry too much about that at this point. We got 2 down. We got to get by Larry Walker, though. All right, come on, Bob. You can do this. Don't be scared of all that black ink. Let's see. So fly ball by Larry Walker, and this will end the inning. As this one is sent out to right field, and Bobby Bonilla will grab it for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 9th, and the Pittsburgh Pirates will be sending up Don Slot, Jose Lind, and a pinch hitter for Bob Kipper. So Slot, 1 for 3, gets to stay in the game. We may be calling on Michael Vallier here after Slot. Let's see what happens. Here's the pitch to Don Slot, and fly ball into left field. Yvonne Calderon races back, makes the grab. 1 away. And let me look at my bench here. Slim pickings. Because even if I bring in Carmelo Martinez, it's not going to make a huge difference, man. Let's see what Lean does. All right, here's the pitch by Mel Rojas, staying on in relief, and Jose Lean singles. This is an error. This gets by Spike Owen, so it's a single and an error. Score that one E6. First error for the Montreal Expos in this game, and Jose Lean is in scoring position with 1 down, and we're going to be yanking Bob Kipper here. And boy, let me see, 8-5 score. Martinez has power, but I like Varsho's. Let's bring in Spanky. If push comes to shove, if we somehow, the Buccos, yeah, come on. If we somehow manage to tie it up, then we'll play a little double switch game or something like that. All right, here's Spanky. All right, and here's the pitch. Oh, Scott Ruskin will now come in to pitch for Montreal. So Ruskin on the mound. Let's wind it up here. And LaValliere has a 2-base hit. And this is going to score one. Jose Lean comes in, and here the Buccos now plating one in the bottom of the ninth. It's 8-6. So the Pirates now making it a big of a ball game here. And here's Gary Aridas 0 for 4. We're going to let Aridas bat for himself. Here's a pitch from Scott Ruskin to Gary Aridas. And let's see what we got. Swung on by Aridas. And this is going to be a double by Aridas, and another run will score for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Here they come. It is 8-7. And there I was talking about the corpulent lady earlier, warming up the pipes after that big 4-run seventh by the Montreal Expos. But here we go. One out. Runner in scoring position. Here's Jay Bell. Nothing for 3. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So Dwayne Martz says that he's doing better. That is great to hear, buddy. He said played 2 games of APA post bats today. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, here we go. Here's the pitch to Jay Bell with 1 out. Bell cuts on this ball, and what do we got? And Jay Bell grounds into the double play, and that, oh my God, what a heartbreaking loss. The Buccos battle all the way back, and Bell bounces into a double play. You know what? Hindsight's always 20/20. I should have brought in Carmelo Martinez. Because swinging the bat, Martinez could have walked it off and the Buccos could have won. But there we go. Let's look at the box score here. But for Montreal, 8 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. For the Pittsburgh Pirates, 7 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors. Good ball game, bit sloppy. Here we go. So let's look at Montreal. So we were hitting it heavy here over here for the Bucks, weren't we? Jeez. So wait a minute, what's this? Paul, are you still here, Paul? Oh, okay, never mind. So all you can do is just download just an image of the box score. Never mind. I was thinking that would have been what you were. Oh wait, what am I copying to the clipboard? Hang on. What's this? Okay, so it's just a box score URL. Damn it. So yeah, you can't. Sorry, Paul. Thought I would give you some good news there, but apparently not. So Chris Knobholz picks up his first win. Bob Walk takes his first loss. Knobholz wins 7, 3 earned runs, a walk, 3 strikeouts. Mel Rojas came in, got touched up by the Buccos for 3 earned runs, struck out 1, gave up a homer. Scott Ruskin picks up to save his first 2/3 of an innings worked. Bob Walk does Bob Walk things. So 5 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, a strikeout, gave up a homer. Vicente Palacios worked 1 in relief. Gave up 4 runs, but only 2 of them earned, walked 1. Also gave up a dinger. So 2 home runs in this game for Montreal. Neil Heaton worked an inning in relief, gave up a hit. Bob Kipper stayed in for 2 and struck out 1. Buccos tried to make it a game, plating those 2 in the bottom of the 9th inning, but Jay Bell hitting into the game-ending double play. So Montreal stranded 6 runners. The Buccos stranded 4. Team runners in scoring position. Montreal was 3 for 7. The Buccos were 6 for 12. A couple double plays turned in this game. I don't believe we had any stolen bases in this one. Nope, we did not. So there we go, and lots of other stats and stuff. Your umpires were, and these rules, Terry Tata, Jerry Crawford, Steve Ripley, and Bill Hahn. And this was Tuesday, April 9th, 1991 at Three Rivers Stadium. Boom. And there we go. Loading Arrastes. And this just keeps going. So unlike other games, though, you can't so you're locked in to playing the Pirates. Just be like, for any of you guys who play Appa Go, right? If you play, or I mean, Out of the Park Go, I'm sorry. So I can't manage any other teams, but that's fine. That's fine. So looking at the standings, not much really to talk about yet. Very, very early in the season. I think we only have, so Kansas City has played 3 games. So Nothing exciting when you get this. But I do like the depth chart, and just the ability again to just kind of look at everybody's card as you're doing your depth chart. But let's get back to the main menu. I think Ken's already. If you click the download buttons, it will you save it somewhere as Excel file. I thought that was just a URL, Dwayne. But let's go back and see. Oops, this one. So if I would bring up the box score for this one, where is it? There it is. Can I? Why isn't it letting me? Well, damn it. Let's just click. Well, so if I look at the box score. Okay, so you're saying this download? When I do this, Dwayne, it opens a thing and it just says save as type PNG image. So you're saying, well, I save it to the desktop. Let's see, and I'll tell you what to do. All right. So yeah, it's a PNG file. Unfortunately, it is. So oh well, unless there's another download I'm missing. But I really love the way this plays. I really, really do. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now it will be fun to see how it does this. So I also have 1929. So Philadelphia and Washington. Blah blah blah. And we'll just leave Jimmy Fox's card up there in that big fat 96, one of the greatest of all time, the great Jimmy Fox. All right. With a drop down button, with the drop, you mean? Let me find a box score here. So if I go here, look at the box score for the Yanks and the Red Sox here in this 1929 game. So there's nothing there. And this, so that's it. This is just right here, Dwayne. And as soon as I do this, and if I do this, it would just say all files. But if I do all files, I still don't think it's going to. I don't think it does. Let's try it. Yeah, see, it's still going to be a PNG file, and that's it. So see, so you can't really do much with that. So unless I'm not hearing or I'm not understanding, so it's just a little calendar and all that kind of stuff and blah 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 blah. Anyhow, still fun game, fun game, fun game. The 2026 season coming soon, of course. I wonder what the game of the day is here, real quick. What is it today? They'll just pick a random day in history, and maybe it doesn't feel like doing it right now. We'll see. We'll let it go for a second. So, but that's pretty much it. So Paul Fay did say that there will be a Pocket Pennant Run release Sunday evening. So looking forward to that. There's an update to. All right. So what do we got here? 96 Tigers against the 96 Orioles. So I like that you can do that again. Pocket Pennant Run baseball. You can, but I think this is just a nice, cool little feature that you can do. And so we just just play and go if we wanted to. Yeah. But I think we're done. I think we're done. And I guess it's always the same game, right? That'd be cool if it randomized it. But I think they have like leaderboards or something when you do the game of the day thing. Yeah, a game of the day leaderboard. So we'll just go back. Yeah. Yep. So no, I'm not gonna play this. No. There's a lot of tournaments that people have going on. This is a pretty active community, as you guys can see. There's just like it's just a lot. Look, a lot of people playing tournaments and stuff. Not very far into them yet. Here's somebody in round one. So, but I don't see that there's a way that you can like just draft players, even though this has everybody that played. I don't think that we could do Michael McGreevy in this, not yet. Um, but pretty nice. This is really pretty nice. So a lot of these guys have started tournaments, but really haven't done anything yet. So, but you can look at everybody's depth charts in case anybody was wondering. And a little bit of Ken Castro modern baseball here, I guess. All right, I guess that's it, guys. Kind of a slow night for Saturday. I was going to do the 1929 Philadelphia A's, but I think that would probably leave just me watching at this point. So, really appreciate everybody. I just want to say that again, what an amazing family, what an amazing community this is. All of you. Nathaniel is still here. Wow, Nathaniel. Glad to see you here, buddy. Are you off Monday for Martin Luther King Day? I'm not. I got to get me. You're falling asleep. Yeah. I mean, I want to do another game, but I think everybody's going to be out. You've heard enough of me. So let's cap it off here. Not bad. Hour and 38 minutes. Yeah. All right, Aaron, good night. And thank you for coming in. And look forward to seeing you hopefully tomorrow night. If you're a pocket pennant run player, we'll be doing pocket pennant run baseball tomorrow night if that drops. And if it doesn't, by some weird thing, then we'll just continue with that 1971 thing that we're doing in Action PC Baseball to test legacy mode as we get closer. Day has just begun for you. Well, you got plenty of time to roll up some games. I don't know if I got it in me to call another one or not. This is a kind of a rough day. So there's a draft league here. But the thing is you can only draft from a particular year, which is kind of, I find, terribly limiting. So if you wanted to do a draft league from one of the great seasons in baseball, let's say 1949, draft everybody onto different teams. But I would like to be able to, that's the idea of tournaments, though, is to, so if you set up a tournament, I'll show you how that works really quickly. Because I really like this game. So you can have up to 32 teams. You can play this as just solitaire. You can make it public, private, regular. You can, of course, there's only you can then major leagues. Like maybe you can select all these. You can just have all the majors, which a lot of people do. But I don't know. Let's try. Let's see something here. So with ML leagues, please join the tournament. View range. And again, it has, we're doing like all of it just to show you how easy this is to do. I hope nobody joins up because I'm going to get rid of it. But I just wanted to see what you could do at the player level in this, if anything. Games begin. I keep clicking next, but nothing happens. Whatever. So that's it. All right. I want to thank Evan, our newest member of the family, and another Mets fan. Now, 3 Mets fans that I know of now. Evan, Barbara, and RJO Network. So cool. Nathaniel, thank you, buddy. Dwayne Martz, awesome channel. Check it out, Aaron. You got to check out that channel too. Aaron Reed was here, the man of 1,000 voices. was great to see him. Mark, that's being serious. Thank you, Mark. Always good conversation with him. H Field, thank you very much, buddy. Always good to see you. He's developing a cards and dice game. Professor Clinton Parks was here. John DFW was here as well. Cousin Ken Castro joining us. Paul, FAC Sports Desk with Paul, developer of Baseball HQ, and also the madman behind a lot of the ideas in Pocket Pennant Run. Our good friend Christopher Slovic. He's got him a great old job starting in August. So looking forward to that. I think we had a lot of people in here, man. Yeah, this is nice. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Sports Time Machine. I'm sorry I missed you, man. I was so focused in on the game. I always feel bad. Mick was here. Mick F. Thanks, Mick. I hope your wife is doing well. And who was first in the ballpark tonight? John DFW was the first one in the ballpark in Parallel League. Shakis was here also, man. I hope I got everybody. All right. Until I hear about when Pocket Pennant Run drops, we'll be on. And till then, see everybody around the batting cage. Everybody be safe, be cool. All right. Good night, everybody.